Our next speaker today is Linda Olson. Linda is a speaker, author, coach, and founder of Made for Something More. Leadership was not something Linda sought after, but it found her. Right after college, she decided to intern for a Big and Little Sister program under Youth for Christ. A month later, she discovered she was the director leading the largest program in Canada. At 22, she became the Dean of Women at Trinity Western University when she had not even heard of the school. One of Linda's passions is photos and journaling. So when she was introduced to Creative Memories, a network marketing company, she signed up immediately. Little did she know that for the last 23 years, she would be in the top 3% of sales and leadership. Her biggest accomplishment has been through a 45 personal journey. She has been able to break through every challenge that has come her way. Her passion is to help others break through the things that are holding them back and become the success that they want to be, which led her to developing Made for Something More. Linda lives in Palmdale, California with her husband Rick, and he is a marriage and family therapist and a leadership coach. Together they enjoy 2 daughters, the son-in-laws, and she's very excited about the new grandson who was born yesterday. Please welcome Linda as she shares how you can become the success that you want to be.
I was 10 years old when I caught the entrepreneurial bug. Growing up on a farm in Midwest Canada, I so badly just wanted to earn some money. And my dad said he gave us all the room and board we wanted. So, what was I going to do? I was flipping through a little magazine that I found one day, and I saw an ad to sell garden seeds. So I asked my mom if I could do that, and she approved. I ordered the garden seeds, and on a Saturday, I would take my bike and drive all around the neighborhood. Now you've got to remember, on the farm, those neighbors are a mile to a mile and a half apart. So this was no easy little drive. And in that whole neighborhood, there were probably only about 6 neighbors. But the exciting part was, everybody bought from me. And what I didn't know then is that I had learned some very important entrepreneurial skills and had no idea. Peter Vidmar, a former silver and gold medalist, says, to be an Olympic champion, you only have to work out 2 times, when you feel like it and when you don't. And most of us here aren't afraid of hard work. The problem is we're spending so much time and energy working in the old paradigm. In other words, we're doing in sales, all in sales, one way or another, right? So we're doing what we did before, and it worked then, but it's not working now. Very simply, you know that if you pick up the phone and in the first 2 words you know whether this is a typical salesperson. Or you go to the door and it's the same thing. You open the door and you think, oh, how can I get out of this one? Or you go to a business meeting and you meet somebody and they're all excited to meet you, only to find out very quickly the only reason they want to get to know you is to see if you are interested in their product. We have all been oversold to, and we are tired of it because it's not working anymore. And it's not going to work unless we're willing to make that shift into the new paradigm. The new paradigm says, I want to get to know you, for who you are. I want to build a relationship. And of course, that's what Team Referral Network is all about, isn't it? It's about building the relationship so that when I get to know you and run across somebody else who wants to do Mary Kay, I know exactly where I want to refer them to. And that works for with each one of us. So, how does that work practically? You see, people buy you before they buy your product. And so we buy from people that we like. We buy from people that we trust. So the sooner I can get to know you and know that you are a trustworthy person, the sooner I will want to know about your product and refer you to others. So let's see how this works practically. I need 2 brave volunteers. All right, Melissa? And who else? Okay.
All right, brave women.
Yes, give them a hand. Absolutely. Come on.
Do we need to come up?
Yes.
I'm generally shy and quiet.
But not today.
No.
So, the setting is that we are at a business meeting and there is some networking time. And so I just want you to go ahead and introduce each other like you normally would.
Good afternoon, my name is Mela. I'm with Lancaster Insurance Services. And your name, please?
Hi, I'm Linda Enos.
Nice to meet you.
I usually just stop that. I'm a travel agent.
You're in the Antelope Valley?
So yeah, I'm an independent contractor here in Maine.
Good. How long have you been here?
About 20 years.
Long time. Me
So-
too. I've been here a long
Yeah.
time.
We've been in the insurance industry the whole time.
Long time, of course.
Is that just the
Okay,
introduction part?
all right. That was a warm introduction. You got to know a little bit about each other and what you did. The best thing that we can do is to see how quickly we can turn the conversation over to the other person. I'll tell you what, in the United States, we are starved for people to listen to us, for people to get to know us. And so rather than talking about ourselves, even when someone asks us about us, see how quickly you can turn that around. So we're going to do this again,
Okay.
and I'm just going to let you do it.
I don't know. So start the same way?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can start. Yeah.
Hi, good
Yeah, just-
afternoon. My name is Melissa with Lancaster Insurance Services. Your name, please?
I'm Linda. I'm Linda Enos. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We're in a networking meeting together.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Go for her shoes. I say something about those shoes.
Go about
Right,
the
right?
shoes.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm stuck.
I am
need
too.
to know where to go with
It's
that.
hard. It's hard, you know?
Okay, it is, because I'll tell you what, it's almost like a ritual, what
Yeah, yeah.
we do.
It's true.
We just kind of introduce ourselves, and the question is, and what do you do?
Right.
Yes.
We're always talking about our work.
Right.
So how are you going to get to know her? By asking her questions to get to know her personally.
Maybe with her necklace.
Her shoes. I gotta know where you got those
The
shoes.
shoes, you know, shoes, the necklace,
Right, right.
what you're wearing.
Okay?
Maybe
You know
that's,
how-
maybe that's
you know
a
how
way
to
to
do that.
start.
Okay, go ahead.
This is hard.
Right? I'm sitting back down, I've changed my mind. No, just kidding.
We don't stop until we're successful. And you're well on your way.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Try this again. Hi, I'm Linda. Let's change it up. Enos, how are you?
Hi, my name is Melissa from Lancaster Insurance Services. I love your outfit, it's really cute.
Thank you, and I love your shoes.
Your necklace, does it mean anything in particular, or?
So, yeah, actually, my husband got it for me when he was on a trip in Israel, but it represents being a Christian and also the fact that we very much believe in our Jewish heritage and our Jewish roots because that's where Jesus came from.
Okay, let's stop here.
Yeah,
What changed?
wow.
What changed over here from what they were doing
She
earlier?
did a nice job with that, I thought.
Personal, personal. It
Yeah.
was much more personal. Both of you immediately. And you know what? Particularly as women, we're great at this. But when we're put into the situation,
Yeah.
we think we have to act
You're
and talk
right.
and do something a certain way. And you know, you're both very good. One of the best things you can do is, in fact, Melissa, why don't I meet you and you go ahead and ask me what I do.
This is so hard. I feel like I'm back in grade school when you're really young.
Hi, Hi, Melissa. It's so good to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too as well. My name is Melissa. How are you?
I'm doing
Tell me
great.
a little bit about what you do.
You know what? I would love to, but before I do that, I want to find out about you. You are dressed so professionally and you're beautiful. I
Wow.
love your eyes. They just absolutely sparkle. Tell me about you.
Well, I'm raised in the Midwest, Kansas farm kid, and
We can stop right there. So basically what happened is she asked me how I did. And like I said, as quickly as possible, you want to turn that back to the other person. And she picked up on it. And she very quickly went into, and we talked about a personal thing, and very quickly was open to sharing that. But again, you know what? You know how hard it is to find somebody who would turn that back? Because like I said earlier, we are starved to talk about ourselves. And all of a sudden they say, wait a minute, you're asking about me? And it's kind of like that is so unique. It takes us back. So what happens? Let's give these ladies a hand. Yes. And you know how to do that, both of you, very easily. It's just, like I said earlier, we get put into this place where we feel stuck because we feel like we have to follow this ritual. And we don't. All you have to do is be yourself. All you have to do is be yourself, and you do that well. You do that well, absolutely. So remember, we buy from people we like. These are both delightful ladies and easy to get to know, fun-loving. And so as I meet you at a meeting, and you're just telling me about yourself, and I think, wow, she is really interesting. Never once did you talk about your work. All you did was tell me about yourself. So what do I want to do? I want to get to know her more. When we give to somebody, what does somebody else want to do for us? You want to give back. Absolutely. So then I can give her a call or before we close and say, you know what, I don't know if you've got some time for coffee this week, but I would love to get to talk to you more. And that's how it works. It's as simple as that, because we're building the relationship, we're learning to trust. We buy from people we like, we buy from people we trust. Any questions? Does this make sense? I see the wheels turning. Yeah, but it is. It's the shift from the old paradigm. It's really going back to what our parents and our grandparents did a long time ago. It was about helping one another. That's why it worked for me on the farm, because that's what we did. Somebody had a need. We were always there to help. If we had a need, they were there to help us. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Yeah. So we have to make a choice. Are we willing to take whatever, take ourselves out of our comfort zone, step into the uncomfortable temporarily, just like you gals did, and learn the new paradigm, because that's what it'll take to be successful in our business. Thank you very much.